Hi there, just a quick update of today's action. And as you can see, I've had a losing day, which is disappointing, but at the same time reassuring that they can happen. I was beginning to think that things were far too good to be true. Um, so only 7 markets involved today. Some of the racing was terrible. I had to discount quite a few races because the Dutch was either returning a lot less than the stake involved, or one of the picks was high odds, well into the 20s. So I tend to avoid that because it means the other horse has to effectively do all the work. Um, so we've had 3 losers there, as you can see, and we kicked off the day with a nice trade and a winning runner. A couple of losers, another successful trade, and another winner, and then we finished off with a winner. So if you were to do the Dutch as a straight bet, it would have been a profit of £142 on the day based on a £100 stake. The 3 losing trades were disappointing, but at the same time, I'm reassured that the selection process is fine. In the first 2 of those losers, each pair of horses in each race, they both shortened in price. Unfortunately, they didn't do so at the same time, which meant that the horse that was shortening in price had to go a bit shorter in order to recover the loss on the other horse as well as hit the profit. So I'm happy that the selection process was identifying horses that were going to shorten a reasonable amount. It's just a pity they didn't do it at the same time. The last race that lost, the one at Hereford there, one of the selections just wasn't in it. He didn't shorten at all, and the other one shortened, but not obviously enough to hit the trigger point. The other interesting thing to note is that you might say, well, that's why you should be reading up at some point to minimise your losses. Well, you may remember in a previous video I pointed out that the trigger point, generally speaking, happens in the first half of the race. Today that only happened once. All the races actually didn't come near the trigger point until well into the second half of the race. And so all of those races would have been, if I had taken the option of reading up for a loss of, let's say, £30–40, they all would have been losers, apart from one of them. I can't remember which one it was now. So it's sort of horses for courses, really, whether you have them all losing £40–50 or just a few losing 100. So a losing day, but not a disaster in that I'm quite happy with the selection process. It was just a poor day's racing, to be perfectly honest. So yes, I shall keep you updated with any other ones. I probably won't get any horse racing done till the weekend, depending on when I finish work on Thursday or Friday. So catch you later, guys. Cheers.